What's up, everybody? This is a Force of Nature Spiritual Awakening, and today we will be discussing Black Moon Lilith inside of the seventh house in the natal birth chart. So, we're going to break down what Black Moon Lilith is all about, Lilith in general. So, in ancient mythology, Lilith was known to be Adam's first wife, and it was not Eve. She was made up of the same things of Adam. But she did not want to be controlled. She did not want to be submissive. And she did not want to take orders. She wanted to be liberated. She was highly sexual and sensual. She was someone that really seeked out freedom, okay? Freedom of individuality. So now, it was said that Lilith was casted out of the garden, and then God went on to make Eve to be a more suitable mate for Adam. So when she got casted out, it was said in ancient mythology that she went out to sleep with demons, was being possessed by the devil. Okay, so she was doing her own thing. She was not listening to all that bullshit that Adam was probably talking about. She didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to conform. Okay, so she was very much rebellious. And Lilith, in general, is about your more raw sexual nature, but it is about going against the grain. It's about going against the status quo. It's about breaking down those barriers. Okay, that's what it is. And it really has to deal with your more devilish and devious side to you. So the Black Moon Lilith, when it's inside the natal birth chart, this is your darker moon to your regular moon. Okay, and now it's going inside of the seventh house, which is linked to Libra. And it does, Libra rules over the seventh house. And Venus is the ruling planet of the seventh house and Libra. So now, just speaking of that seventh house is about relationships, marriages, one-on-one dealings with people. It has a lot to deal with business dealings with people. So this is the house where you see legal documents, law, judges, going to court, courtship. This is that type of house. Okay, so let's jump into this right now. These men and women are actually seeking out a perfect relationship. Okay, the most perfect relationship in this lifetime. So when Lilith enters inside the seventh house, this can bring a lot of quarrels and unconscious power struggles in your close relationships. So these individuals, these people, these men and women are going to struggle in relationships. They're going to get into arguments. Okay, they can be in abusive relationships with people. They can have fights and brawls in their relationships. A lot of misunderstandings can take place in their relationships. Committed relationships, one-on-one dealings with people. So this can be also with your friends. Okay, with your husband, with your wife, with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, and also with your coworker, whoever you're doing business with and conducting business. This goes deep. Okay, so now these men and women desire to be close to someone, but at the same time, they don't know how to do it in a healthy way. So they tend to be unaware of their Lilith qualities and project their Lilith qualities onto others. This can indicate partners who are self-willed, not willing to compromise, and in extreme cases, they can be in abusive relationships. Now, this can be physical abuse, mental abuse, psychological abuse, verbal abuse, any type of abuse you can think of. These individuals can be involved in when it comes to their relationships. Okay, so yes, they can be in relationships where their partners are calling them bitches and hoes. They could be in relationships where their partners are whooping their ass. They can be in relationships with partners that make them feel like they're not worthy of love. They can be with someone that makes them feel like they're not being appreciated. Okay, and this runs deep. So now Lilith in the seventh house suggests destructive relationships. Okay, so are their relationships always going to be destructive? Honestly, they don't have to be. Okay, once they learn how to integrate it in a properly kind of way, then they won't struggle like how they once struggled in relationships. They have to learn how to love somebody in a healthy way also. But they will draw out partners that will hold very powerful little traits with inside of them. Okay, a lot of people that have Lilith in the seventh house can be drawn to somebody that has Lilith in Aries and Lilith in the first house. Okay, now of course it doesn't have to be the case all the time, but that is their opposite, and opposites attract. Okay, so moving along. In the natal birth chart, the House of Lilith tells, okay, which life area you had to deal with rejection, grief, shame, and strife. So this is hard to face, but integrating it leads to finding your strength and stepping into your power. Now, this is not going to be a easy process. It actually can be a very painful process for these individuals to even do. So now, these men and women have a deep and extreme desire to unite with someone. They can feel that they are incomplete on their own. So these are the people that prefer to be in a relationship, a committed relationship, a long-lasting relationship. And they can feel very much uncomfortable when they're not paired up with somebody. Okay, they can feel depressed. They can feel alone. Very much unhappy, not feeling very much pleasant or up to be. So they can feel that they are breaking down inside because they're not in a relationship. Lilith in the seventh house wants to commit, but at the same time, they are afraid of it too. So the very thing that they're desiring, the very thing that they shoot for, move towards, really want on the most deepest level, they fear it with a passion. They're afraid of that shit that they so much want. So these men and women tend to reject marriage. Now their parents, the Black Moon Lilith in the seventh house, parents could have got a divorce. They could have broke up. Or their parents' relationships could have been very much destructive. So they could have watched their parents argue a lot. They could have watched their parents have fights, fights over money, fights over cheating, fights over anything you can actually think of. So if their parents were not married, then they definitely could have broken up. And if they did not break up, the relationship was very much destructive. Okay, it wasn't a healthy relationship that their parents had together. All right. So now many people with their Lilith in the seventh house have healthier relationships later on in life. Okay, so it is very much possible for them to have these long-lasting, strong relationships that they so much seek out. This may just come later on in life. They will have to get through those other kind of people, the ain't shit people, or the people that don't treat them the best or on the most highest level. Okay, so this has a lot to do with self-worth. Okay, self-worth. It really does. So you can find yourself in many casual encounters and love triangles. So these people are seeking for love, and at the same time, they can have one-night stands. They can have flings and things. They can be comfortable with doing those things, okay, because they're seeking out that attention, that affection, that love, that crave, okay, but they do want the more long-lasting committed relationships in a healthy way. It's just hard for this to take place, especially early on in life. Okay, so now, trust is going to be extremely important for these people inside of their relationships. They demand complete loyalty from their partners. And they can also be very possessive of their partners even after the relationship is over, it ended, it's dead, it's fucking gone. Okay, like it's a wrap. They can still be loving this partner, wanting to connect with them, wanting to fuck them, wanting to chill with them, and be around them in their presence. Okay, so yes, the Lilith in the seventh house can be obsessed with their partners. But now this is the catch. Because their partners can also be obsessed with them, and it can be hard for them to let go of them. Okay, so Lilith in the seventh house can be stalkers. And their partners can also be stalkers. All right, it's a two-way street. That's just what it is, okay? But yes, it can be extremely difficult for them to get over their past love and their past love relationships. So your partners can be absolutely obsessed with you, which I previously just said, even after the relationship is fucking gone. It's breaking down, it's gone. Okay, so this position makes it hard for you to leave a relationship that doesn't work well. Or it can be hard to leave a relationship that is destructive and full of drama. So there are key lessons for the Lilith in the seventh house, men and women. Okay, their lesson here is how to set firm boundaries. Okay, solid, firm boundaries so people do not cross them. But this is the catch. Even though you set these boundaries, people will still try to cross them. But you have to know how to set them. Okay, you can also be codependent. Okay, giving up too much of yourself for the sake of love, for the sake of your partner, especially if you are a woman. So the women that have the black moon Lilith in the seventh house, please take a note of and just tend to watch, okay, out for you to be coming at situations in a sacrificial kind of way when maybe you might not, maybe you shouldn't be doing that, okay? You shouldn't be doing it sometimes. Maybe you're going above and beyond and they're not appreciating you. It hurts you. Okay, you're breaking down because you don't understand why they can't see your effort, your hard work, and the things that you're doing. And you really believe you're doing the best that you can do. Now, Black Moon Lilith in the seventh house is the same thing as Black Moon Lilith in Libra. Okay, the reason why these individuals are struggling in relationships are because in their past life, they were not the best partners. The Lilith in seventh house, which is Libra, those traits were not in you. Okay, they wasn't embedded in you. So you were not kind to your partner. You were not nurturing to your partner. You were not doing those things. You were abusive, verbally abusive, physically abusive, okay, mentally abusive to your partner, okay? Your partner could have killed themselves, okay, because of the treatment that you were giving out to them. Or they could have killed themselves. So you could have killed your partner, okay? Or your partner could have killed themselves because they just couldn't take the shit no more. So now because of this, the partners that you dealt with in this life are partners that you dealt with in a past life. And they are seeking out payback. And they are being mean to you, being cruel to you, not being nice to you at times, okay? Of course, this is not going to be a every fucking damn day thing. But it is going to go on and take place. Okay, so you just got to know that your relationships are linked to karma. Okay, and like I previously said, later on in life, you can find that your relationships will be more strengthened. Okay, you have to learn how to do it more healthy, in a more healthy way, and your partner also. Okay, so now, where was I at? Here we go. So you can get involved with partners who don't have your best intentions at heart. So the negative side is major power struggles in relationships. Both partners want things to be the way that they want them to go. So this makes it hard for you to work as a team. You tend to think of yourselves as separate entities. So now, Lilith in the seventh house can also indicate troubles in business partnerships. So if you enter one, make sure your judgment and character is in place. Okay, you have to be discerning. You have to be someone that can see if this is the best choice for you when you're taking a business deal, because it can indicate obstacles when you are pairing up with somebody and doing business with them. Okay, so now, until you learn how to deal with this Lilith placement, you will encounter difficulties with cooperation with people. You could be too domineering, or you can always give in, but there is no balance. So one of the partners dominates the other. Pretty much Lilith in the seventh house can complicate The individuals, marriage or long-term relationships. These men and women are yearning to unify with someone darker than them. Okay, so they want to get with somebody that holds within them some raw, intense energy. Okay, and they may not even be aware of this. Okay, this may be on a subconscious level and it may be on a conscious level. Lilith makes them feel attracted to people that are very much mischievous. Okay, that is mysterious, that has something going on with them. Okay, this placement makes you kind of naive. So you search for the exact opposite in order to balance out your energy. So now your significant other may have Lilith in the first house or Lilith in Aries or conjunct the ascendant, which would be systematically opposite situation than the Lilith in the seventh house. So you can open the door for individuals to harm you. Got to be careful about that. You don't want to open up a door where somebody can take advantage of you, where somebody can put you in a tight situation, make you feel like you're helpless, hopeless, and things like that. Don't allow it to happen, y'all. Okay? So now, Lilith in the seventh house can indicate also that one's partner may have extremely strong sexual instincts, a rebellious character, and self-destructive tendencies. So be aware that partners and business partners can turn against you. Okay, you got to be careful. Another thing I wanted to mention also with this placement is that the Lilith in the seventh house individuals can actually be cheaters. On top of that, their partners can also be cheaters. They can be drawn to partners that love to do their own thing. Over here, over there, come over here and slide in and chill. And now they're doing something else. They can be full of weirdness. Now, are they gonna like it? Hell no, they're not gonna like it because they're very possessive. But what I'm saying is, they can definitely draw out the partners that are very much all over the place. All over the place with their mouth, with their dicks, with their puss, and all types of shit. Okay, so I'm going to leave this on this note for now. In future videos to come, I will be going more into depth into the Black Moon Lilith inside of the seventh house in the natal birth chart. If anybody needs any readings, remember I do have the sale going on right now. Okay, the sale is $60 off for all readings. Okay, you can check out the About section on the YouTube channel. If you don't know where that's at, it's right next to playlist. Also, you scroll over, it's video. Scroll over, it's going to say channel. Scroll over, it's going to say about. Okay, at the very top. You can click on there, and I have all the services right there. Anywhere you see 130, it's going to be 70. Anywhere you see 160, it's going to be $100. I also do have the 8-week course going on. Okay, the 8-week course is $800. Okay. And that will be $740 because of the sale. So if anybody needs anything, let me know. If you need a consultation, okay, the consultations are $115. Sale price is $55, okay, for 2 hours. So please jump on it. If you need to talk, clear your mind, if something's going on in your life, whatever it is, and you want to chop it up, have a conversation, we can chop it up. All right. Tarot card readings, okay, are right now $55 sale price. I do want to appreciate everybody that's been taking the course, everybody that's been donating to the channel, all the new subscribers or the old subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm just happy that this is growing. I'm glad that people are interested in astrology. I'm glad people wanting to know about themselves and who they are, their higher potential, and things like that. So this shit is fucking dope to me. So I'm going to leave all of this on this note for now. Anybody want to donate? I appreciate that. Okay? Anybody want to get a chart read? I appreciate that. Anybody that's not interested right now, I appreciate that. Okay? Thank you so much. So, this has been a Force of Nature, Spiritual Awakening. Love is love. Peace and blessings to you all. And I will see you in the next one.